Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. As I was expecting and hoping, the Fields of Mistria modding community has started ramping up, and I'm starting to see lots and lots of cool mods that people have created for the game. So I'm going to teach you how to do it, and then I'm going to show some of my favorite mods that have been created for the game. We're going to be using MOMI, which is Mods of Mistria. It's a program that has been recently created to install mods into your game. It's super easy to use, but I do want to warn you that it is relatively new, and it's in fact newer than some of the mods that have been created. And so when you go in and download mods, some of them are not going to be compatible with MOMI because they haven't been updated for the new program yet. So just keep that in mind. We'll talk about it again when we get there. Before we do anything, we need to make some backup saves so that if anything goes wrong, we don't lose everything in our game. To find your save data, you're going to go into your files, click on the destination path bar, and you're going to type %, local app data, %, and hit enter. You're going to scroll until you find Fields of Mistria. We're going to click on the folder, right click, click copy, and then we're going to store that somewhere safe on our computer. I'm just going to make another file in my documents called Fields of Mistria backup saves. And then I'm going to Control V to paste the folder in there. That way, if anything goes wrong, we still have access to these saves. They're not lost forever. To download Mods of Mistria, you're going to need to go to the GitHub site, which I have linked down in the description. You're going to scroll down to assets, and you're going to need to find the latest version that works for your operating system. So I'm going to download Mods of Mistria Installer Windows x 86. What I would do next is move the Mods of Mistria Installer from your downloads or wherever it downloaded to, and just move that directly into your Fields of Mistria folder. So to do that, you can have both file paths open and just click and drag, and it'll automatically move it over there. And then we just double click to open it up. It has automatically detected my game, but in order to install the mods, it's looking for a folder called mods. And so the next thing that we need to do is create that folder and add some mods to it for MOMI to install. To do that, we're going to go into our Fields of Mistria folder. And what I'm going to do now is hit new folder and just type in mods, and I'll open that folder up. It'll be empty to start because we haven't downloaded any mods yet. So next thing that we're going to do is download some mods. To find mods, we're going to be using Nexus, and I have a link down in the description for that. You will need to make an account to use Nexus. It's free unless you want to pay for the premium version to get faster download speeds. I mod everything like crazy, and I've never paid for Nexus, so that's just really up to you. You can browse their site to see what's available, but for right now, we need to make sure that whatever mods we download are compatible for MOMI. For your very first mod, I recommend something that you can see if it worked right away. So we're going to be using movement speed options, and it does say for MOMI, so we know we're good on that. Anytime you download a mod, you need to make sure you read through the description in its entirety to make sure that you understand what you need to do. Once we've decided that we want to download it, we're going to click over to Files. This particular one has two different versions that we can download. There's one for 1.5 times speed and one for 2 times speed, so you're just going to download one of these, whichever one you prefer. I'm going to download 2 times speed just so that it's really easy to tell whether it's worked or not. When you click download, it'll tell you if there are any additional files needed to make the mod work properly, and in this case, we have to make sure we have Mods of Mistria Installer, which we do. So we're going to click download, and then we will click slow download. Now that we have the mod in our download history, it's time to open up the file. For this, you're going to need to have some sort of software that you can use to open and extract zip files. I personally use WinRAR. It's just what I've been using forever, but you can also use WinZip or 7-Zip. They work just as well. You're going to open up the zip file by clicking on it. Then you're going to see the contents of that zip file displayed. This entire folder called movement speed options 2 times is going to need to be moved into the mods folder that we created earlier. And there's a couple of different ways that you can do that. What I personally like to do is have my zip extractor and my files open at the same time. I will go into the mods folder and then just click and drag the mod into the folder. If you do this, you need to make sure that you're moving the actual contents of what's inside the zip folder and not the zipped file itself. You'll be able to tell if you put the zipped file in there because it will say something like zip archive, or it'll have the logo of whatever zip extractor you have on there. If you put a zipped file inside, it's not going to register as a mod. You have to make sure that you put the actual contents of the mod in there. If you want to make double sure that it is a fully extracted file, you can click on the content itself and hit extract to, and it'll give you the option to extract this folder into other folders on your computer. The easiest way to me to find the destination path is to open up that mods folder and then click inside the bar that says Steam Apps Common Fields of Mistria Mods. It will automatically highlight that path. You can just hit Control-C to copy it, then come over to the destination path on this extraction pop-up and hit Control-V to paste, and then click OK, and you will see that it pops up right here, safe and sound, all nice and extracted. Now, because we've put that mod into the folder, when we open up the Mods of Mistria installer, it's going to show that mod here. And so we're going to have it checked and click install. That was super fast. It already says finished, and now we're good to go to open up our game. I'm going to open it up directly from Steam. We're just going to hit continue to test out if the mod was installed properly. And I can tell by how fast my character's moving that that definitely did work just fine. Anytime you want to add a new mod to your game, you're just going to repeat that process by dropping or extracting the mods into the mods folder and then running the Mods of Mistria installer. You'll see both mods here checked, and I will click install, and it's going to install the new mod. Now, if you want to remove or not use a mod, you can run the Mods of Mistria installer and uncheck the mod that you don't wish to use. You'll click install again, and it'll update your game accordingly. If you want to permanently delete a mod, you can also just delete it directly from the mods folder, then run the installer again so it can update your game. Now I want to show you a couple of my favorite mods, and again, like I mentioned earlier, unfortunately, some of the mods that we see here are not going to be compatible with Mods of Mistria Installer because that is a little bit of a newer software. This is one that is. It's called Cosmetics More Colors, and what it does is actually add a bunch of colors to the various cosmetics that we already have in the game. I love all of the pastel options that they added. Love that one. F Alchemy is a creator that has made a lot of really pretty furniture mods for the game. I love this one called F's Rustic Barns and Coops. It's a recolor of the coops that we have. They also have one called Fridge Chest, which turns the stone chest into a really gorgeous fridge. This one is absolutely stunning. It is a complete witchy set of decor. You can see all of the amazing things that they have here, including windows and shelves and beds. They do replace some of the other items, so just keep that in mind. I love Plentiful Plants, which adds in these two gorgeous plant items. They also have one called Rugs, which changes out some of the rugs in the game for a different look. Plush Pillows changes out the bakery dessert case for this really cute pillow set. Perfect Poofs changes out the stone dragon figure for these poofs, which are so cute. And the summer sofa actually changes the spring sofa as it is in the game into this one, which matches the rest of the summer set. Pretty Paths changes out the style of some of the stone paths we have in the game into this really gorgeous style. And if you want all of them, you can download F's Decor all in one to get all of those into one file. Creative Crafting unlocks all of the crafting recipes, and it makes them completely free of resources and time to create. This is obviously a use with caution situation because it is quite a large cheat. If you're someone who really wants to focus on decor without any restrictions, you want to make some really cute screenshots to post online, this is going to be a really great way to kind of streamline that a little bit. Honestly, I wish I would have had this when I made my decorating video because most of my time making that was collecting resources and crafting stuff, so I really love this. And unfortunately, that's the bulk of the stuff that I really like that we currently have for Mods of Mistria Installer. Obviously, depending on when you're watching this, there may be more. I feel like the modding community is really ramping up, especially now that we have the dedicated installer. Let me know what you think, and if you have any questions, I will do my best to help you out. Which mods are you most excited about adding to your game? And if you could make any mod in the world to add to Fields of Mistria, what would it be? Let me know down in the comments. If you want to see me stream Fields of Mistria and other cozy games, you can check out my lives here or on Twitch. Be sure to join the Discord community. We have an awesome group of people over there talking about all sorts of games, including a dedicated channel just for Fields of Mistria for us to gush about this game and our favorite romances. I hope you have an amazing rest of your day, and I will see y'all in the next one. Bye!